that they were able to at home because Massa wasn't there. And he wasn't able to get there as readily. So that's a unique situation. Now, the descendants of those Africans are still keepers of the culture. That's what also makes them unique, is that they remember what we don't. I don't know what my great-great-great-grandmother quilted like, or if she did, but they do. And so it is important that those of us who are blessed enough to remember, to have that connection not be so severed, that we keep that we preserve that. So my mother has partnered with the Penn Center and has done a lot of work with them around trying to make sure that Gullah Geechee culture is acknowledged and affirmed and supported and institutionalized in the curriculums for our children. Our children need to know about the fact that these people contributed much and that they're still here. So that's, in a nutshell, that's what the culture is, and that's what the work is around that.
Now, what does, do you know what Gullah and geechie means, literally?
I don't know. I know geechie is just sort of like a slang derivation of Gullah. And I don't remember now what Gullah means. I don't remember. I do know that the people in Sierra Leone and the people on these sea islands that they've been connecting over the last several years, and find that they have all these similarities. They use the same words for different foods and different rituals. I mean, we know that a lot of the things that even we say that kind of came through are remnants of the culture. We know goober means peanut, and okra and gumbo, and all of these words are, you know, things that we remembered culturally. So my mother's work is just around making sure that since they remember, we too ought to remember.
Now, okay, so you said goober and okra. So Sierra Leone, so is French a big part of the culture as well?
There's some words that they use just because the French colonized Sierra Leone. Yeah, there are some words that are used, but by and large, you find the traditions around, you know, the way that they prepare the food that they prepare, the way in which a lot of the rituals that they have, the quilting that they do, the artwork that they have, making sweetgrass baskets, all of these things that remained. So if you go to Sierra Leone, it's the same thing that they're doing off the sea islands, you know, in St. Helena. They're doing the same things because they remembered and they retained it.
Okay.
So.
Now it says she, and this, by the way, appears on page 38 of this particular issue of the Final Call newspaper, and you can get it. I'll tell you where to get it as we end the show. But it says she developed an 11-week course entitled the Gullah Experience, which was first offered in the fall of 2005. The class's final week has students making their trek to the Atlantic coastal islands, where they spent time at the Avery Center, which was established in 1985 to preserve Black history from slavery up to modern times. So she's currently doing this, the Gullah Experience is what it's called?
Right, and this summer she's going to have a Gullah Institute here. So all of the historians from the Sea Islands will be here in Colorado to speak directly to Gullah Geechee culture and offer up much for our community. I just think it's vital for us in Colorado. And then she's also going to be taking people to the Sea Islands in November. And one of the things that we're working on now is partnering with IGS, Institute of Global Scholarship, where my children attend, so that the staff and the students can go as well in November.
Yes, ma'am.
So
that sounds wonderful. And I'm going to just give out this information before we get out in the interest of time. It says, for more information, contact Johnson Legacy, Inc. at 720-301-1883 or Johnson Legacy, that's one word, at msn.com. For more information or to come and get this archived edition of the Final Call newspaper, which is America Trapped in Iraq, you can come to the Black Experience. That's the 7230 East Colfax Avenue. That's the southwest corner of Colfax and Quebec. And we have this issue as well as every issue of the Final Call going back to, I don't know when.
1980 something, probably.
Now, I mentioned at the opening, and we just have a few minutes left, that Dominique Christina is the director of the Rites of Passage Academy, PS1 Charter School. Tell us a little bit about charter school.
The charter school, like all charter schools, still is owing to the district that they're in. The monies that they get for students come directly from the district. So there's a bureaucracy that's at work. What's appealing for me about PS1 is that the principal who hired me at least was able to acknowledge that different students have different needs, and that there are a variety of learning styles, and traditional classrooms operate too much from a one-size-fits-all instruction model. And that's why our kids fall so often, because we need something different.
Right.
So there's different academies at PS1. Like there's a culinary arts program, there's a construction program, there is a civic leadership academy, there's an environmental leadership academy. Rites of Passage is intended, in a nutshell, to catch our kids, Black and brown kids, who have gone through virtually every traditional high school in their district. I mean, every one of them.
Right.
And they couldn't find success either academically or behaviorally, but they're magnificent.
Right.
And they're brilliant. And they want to go forward, but they don't know yet how to.
Right.
They don't have enough tools in their toolbox to do it. And so for me, it's an amazing opportunity to work with our young people and say to them the things that they would not otherwise hear in those traditional classrooms. We're not interested at all in being politically correct. We're interested in telling the truth. So it's a great experience from that end. And I've seen kids really change, really do 180s, move from I'm going to be a Crip, that's all I'm going to be, to saying I'm God and I'm ready to do something amazing.
Yeah,
so
that's wonderful.
Yeah.
And it seemed like that's what you were meant to do.
I think so. Yeah.
That's wonderful. Yeah. All right. Well, it seems as though we're coming up on this time. Like I mentioned earlier before, I want to thank our guest first off, Sister Dominique Christina.
Thank you.
Thank you for appearing on the program. If you're interested in getting the latest edition of the Final Call newspaper, which comes out every single week without fail until the Final Call is no more, you can come to, I got two addresses. You can come to the Rocky Mountain Re-Education and Retraining Center. That's at 3305 Downing Street. The phone number there is area code 303-292-4949. Or you can come to the Black Experience. That's 7230 East Colfax, the southwest corner of Colfax and Quebec. We're out of here. Thank you. Have a good one. Remember, if you don't stand for something, you'll fall for anything. Peace.